Hi guys, hi, how's it going? How you doing today? Hopefully today finds you well. Today I am filming the third video that I have filmed today, and it is because I am behind. I am behind and I need to get these filmed. Today we're going to do my makeup rehab, in which I showcase all the things that filter into my inventory that I have emptied, as well as all the things that I am bringing in for my inventory categories. The caveat to this month is that I did a Sephora haul, so I'll be sharing a couple of other things that I brought into my collection that don't have anything to do with makeup, but this is also somewhere where I typically will showcase gratis that I receive. We just got back from FLC. I will be receiving my gratis boxes probably next week at some point. I did not want to wait to film this because there's a lot of gratis, and that usually sits in a video all on its own, as does my Sephora haul. But because I am running a little bit behind this month, I am just going to do my Sephora haul and all the other makeup products that I have hauled in this video today, and showcase all the product empties that I have been able to use over the last month. I hope that sounds like something you're interested in. I'm so excited about the products that I did pick up in the Sephora haul, as well as products that I picked up at Ulta Beauty. So for those of you new here, hi, my name is Donna. I'm a lover of all things high and colorful beauty and self-care. I also work as a field business leader for Ulta Beauty, get a lot of education in my position. I like to bring you that education here. Ultimately, I'm just out here talking about makeup because I like makeup and I like to talk about it. And I'm certain that if you're here, you also like makeup and like to talk about it, or you probably wouldn't be here. And if you were here and didn't like those things, I would question why. Why are you here? I do hope that you find that you love this channel and that we can be friends at the end of the day. You'll want to subscribe before you go. And all that aside, let's talk about some makeup that I brought into my collection, but also some that I took out of my collection because I used it up. Yes, let's do it. Super excited about the empties today. I'm going through my inventory list because I did go through my inventory, got it up right, because as I said in the intro, we just got back from FLC. I wanted to make sure everything was inventoried accurately. It's been about 5 weeks since I last filmed this. I do have some rules for myself in this deck of panning. I hate rules, but if I don't hold myself accountable to some sort of semblance of rules, this will not be a low buy project for me, which is what the intention of this is for me. My beauty bank this year started with 10 points. And with those 10 points, I was allowed to purchase 10 items without emptying anything. But for the beauty bank purposes, every item we finish earns a point. Every item we purchase loses a point. So my beauty bank started with 10 points. Gratis and gifts don't count towards my beauty bank, so that is a plus. Beauty spends with gift cards and points do not count, which is also a plus because I have a couple beauty point purchases in here. Sets, boxes, and bundles count per item. So if I buy a bundle that has 12 items in it, I lose 12 points. And that is different from last year as well. Blushes, highlights, and lip glosses have a 5 purchase max or 1 in, 1 out. So if I purchase more than 5, I get the option of purchasing more from a 1 in, 1 out perspective. I will tell you, I just did my blush declutter, my highlight declutter, and my bronzer declutter. I have all that information up in the cards for you. Those videos will be up in your cards somewhere, somehow. And I actually am able to still purchase, because I've purchased more than 5 blushes, let's be honest, so far this year, which is sadness, but it is a problem category for me and I cannot help it. I mean, I probably could help it, but I cannot help it. For blushes, I have hit my 5 max. I have purchased blushes this year, but I did declutter 13 blushes in my blush declutter, so I am able, with those 5 that I gave myself at the beginning I am able to bring in 18 before it impacts my blush collection in an adverse way. So I'm still in a good place there. Highlighters, I decluttered 14 and I haven't brought in any. And for lip glosses, I decluttered 7. And thus far this year, I had not brought in any, have not brought in any, which is crazy sauce to me. Mascaras, face palettes, and lipsticks are on a no buy. These are no buy items. However, if I do bring in a face palette, a mascara, or a lipstick that I have purchased that are outside of the things that don't count for me, then that does count as 2 points. 10 samples through my turn and burn will count as 1 point. So the samples that I get rid of through turn and burn don't necessarily count for me as a point until I've hit 10 items. No more than 20 products brought into this inventory through purchasing. So the products that don't count for me, the gratis, the gifts, those things don't count as part of my 20 points. What I typically will do is take everything that I purchased for the year and I total everything at the end of the year minus however many things that I emptied over the year. I want that difference to be less than 20 products. So hopefully it's like 75 and 95 or 75 and 90 would even be better. Decluttering doesn't add points. So I have decluttered quite a few items in the last month, but none of that has added points to my bank because I didn't use those items. They just got decluttered. And I'm finding that that is a very sad, sad place to be. I just got done decluttering a bunch of skincare that was expired that I hadn't even opened. And that's very sad for me. I hopefully have made sense. We are starting this beauty bank in April with 0 points. Last month I only emptied 3 products, but I brought in 16 and there were 13 points that I started that with. So I had 16 points to use. I used all 16 points, and a good portion of that is because I brought in, I think, 2 face palettes at that point in time, so I lost so many points. Let's start with empties. I'm really super excited about some of the empties that I have here because, I mean, there's a lot of them, to be honest. I'm going to start with this. This is actually just a box that I keep lashes in, and there is a set of lashes in here that I can no longer use. They are crusty, dusty, and so ragged. And these aren't necessarily something that I have in the empties very, very often, but they are part of my lashes category, so I do count them. I have so many pairs of lashes and I don't use lashes very often. So these are what I would consider an empty in my beauty category. There are a couple of samples that I was able to utilize in my turn and burn. These don't count as a point because I don't have 10 of them in here. And when I went in and looked at the makeup empties that I had done through turn and burn, I think these make like number 5 and number 6. This is a one-time use Gimme Brow by Benefit, and it's amazing. I actually have a Gimme Brow that I use pretty regularly in my brow routine, so it is something that I love, that I purchase. And what's best about this is that it does have color. It's not like your clear brow gel. It does have some color. If you're just trying to do life in a hurry and need a color but also want a gel into your brows, this will help. In addition to that, it does have like the volumizing microfibers in it, so if you have like sparseness to your brows or like a bald spot or something like that, this really does help. I do have this Good Molecules Niacinamide brightening toner in here. This came to me through my turn and burn, and I didn't necessarily love this, but I also didn't necessarily not love it. It's really lightweight on the skin. I feel like it probably does do what it needs to do to brighten your skin, but there's so little in here that you would never know if it's actually doing due diligence to make your skin look brighter and better, because there's not enough uses in here to see any kind of impact. So those didn't count for a point. So far I just have the 1 point, but I've still got so much here. So let's talk about this. This is the Grande Liner Liquid Eyeliner with Lash Enhancing Serum. So this is just a little like 4-week like supply of liner with Lash Enhancing Serum, and it actually worked quite well until it didn't work quite well anymore. It is a brush tip, and the brush is rather thin on it, so it was really hard to use if you wanted anything bigger than this size line. I just found that it didn't go over like my eye makeup very easily anymore, and it wasn't quite as opaque as I wanted it to be anymore. And even though it does still look like there's product in here, there's not enough that I am not struggling to use it. So at that point with an eyeliner, I do call it empty. I have the Grande Lash Lash Enhancing Serum. This is in my lashes section under lash serums or primers, and so this does count as a point for me. This is just a 4-week supply. You can get a 4-week supply in a little kit. You can also get a 3-month supply, a 6-month supply of these products, and the tubes get bigger and bigger. This one is just a 4-week supply. This was actually quite nice. I love the Grande Lash Enhancing Serum. I do find that this is the only lash enhancing serum that I can use on my lashes that I see an exponential difference in utilizing. I don't know what it is in this product that is not in other products, but I loved having them both because I felt like I got like a double shot of lash enhancing serum with the eyeliner and the lash enhancing serum itself. I have this, which is the Milani Stay Put Liquid Brow Wax. This I actually got as an item to utilize in a video that I did in September, I think it was, for like drugstore makeup like try on, because I'm not really a drugstore girly. What I will say is this worked until it didn't work anymore. Like, I don't know if you guys can see, but that big old pile of like the gel on the end of that, like this just got goopy really, really quickly. It's nothing like my Gimme Brow or even my 24-hour brow setter from Benefit. Like, I feel like I can move my brows around, like they're still pretty malleable to the touch. I would say even the brow wax from Benefit is better than this because it doesn't leave the white like balls all over your eyebrows. However, this wasn't bad. This wasn't bad while it was working. I was actually quite surprised with how much I liked it. It does give you a crispy, crunchy brow. Really like that product, but it just got too goopy for me to wear anymore. Then I have this. This is the Benefit Flora Tint. I did take the stopper out of it because I wanted to be able to dig into it a little bit deeper than what I was able to with the doe foot that is on this contraption. But I was using this as a hairline stain in between color because I don't love using it as a lip product, and I don't love using it as a blush, although it did make a very beautiful blush. If you didn't work very, very quickly, it would leave like marks on your skin where you immediately put it. In addition to that, on the lips, I felt like it kind of dried out my lips. So I did utilize this as a stain. And when I did my blush declutter, I moved the other ones of these that I have into my hair category because I will use them as a stain from that point forward. Like, it does such a great job as a stain in my hairline for the gray hairs that, you know, as my hair starts to grow, that pop up and creep in. I love it so much for that, and I'm not knocking it as a product overall. I just don't like it on my lips. I will wear it as a blush, but I will use it most as a hairline color, and that is what I use this for. I think our power maybe just flickered. That was the weirdest thing ever. So our power flickered, and I'm not really 100% certain how long I've been without audio, but maybe the whole time, I'm not sure. I do think that I got done talking about this though, so we're going to put that up. The next thing I have is this, and this is my Duo Glue. This is two-sided, so I have black on one side, clear on the other. And I think that you guys can see the clear is kind of like goopy in there, but the black is completely gone. This is the glue that I was using for any like eyelashes that I do have that I use. The clear is in there and it is like one unit. The black is gone. This is bittersweet because I love this mascara so dang much, and this was my last Bag Bang Blue, but it's just gotten so goopy and it's gotten to the point where it makes my eyes itch almost immediately putting it on, and it's been open in my collection for probably about 9 months, so it needs to go. I'm usually a person that throws my mascaras away after 3 months, so there's that. I have 2 lip glosses. Yes, count them, 2. I have the Marc Jacobs Enamoured lip gloss in the shade French Tickler. This saw its exit through Project Panning. So excited about that. This one was on my plan to pan, and as soon as I got done with this, I opened this guy up because I really wanted to get it out of my collection. The other ones that I had in this like collection of Pat McGrath lip glosses went bad. Like I will not use them on my lips. I ended up throwing them away because they just smelled so gross. This one I did take the stopper out of and I utilized it to fruition. I think a little bit out of there. It does not taste great. It doesn't taste great. This one was one of my favorite lip glosses, honestly. Yeah, it just makes your lips look so pouty and pretty. So, but 2 lip glosses out of my collection, both of which were on my plan to pan for 2024. So excited about that. I ended up finishing a primer in my deck of panning that went up earlier this week. This is the Rodial Glass Primer for a flawless glow. I truly loved using this primer all on its own. I did not love putting something over the top of it because it didn't matter what I was using over the top of it. It did not seem to want to play well with any of the foundations that I was putting over the top. So at the end of the day, when I used it, I would just use it in like my T-zone here and here, and then go very, very lightly with any kind of foundation over the top because it didn't play well. It had a little bit of a thicker texture. It had a little bit of like, I don't know, iridescence to it. So it was really quite beautiful on the skin on its own. So I am a person who doesn't love foundation. Honestly, I could go without foundation most days. So this actually worked quite well for those days because I didn't have to wear foundation with it and my skin looked so glowy and healthy. So love that I got another primer out of here. I got another foundation out. This is the Hourglass Illusion. And you know, when I first started utilizing this, I didn't know if I loved it, to be honest. This is a hyaluronic acid skin tint with sunscreen, broad spectrum SPF 15. It's very thick, so I didn't know that I was going to love it, and it wasn't necessarily the right color for me. This is in the shade Nude, but what I found worked well is I would partner it with, of course, a blue like foundation mixer to take out a little bit of the warmth. And I also found that when I did that, it would kind of bring the consistency of it into a little bit more of a liquidy form instead of that like jelly form, kind of like hair gel, honestly. And I loved it. I loved how it looked on my skin, and I got so many compliments on it. You can't get it anymore right now. And at FLC, I heard from the lady at Hourglass, because I was talking to her about this. She was like, well, we're actually bringing it back. We're changing the formulation. It's going to be a little bit more thin and it's going to have a different shade range. And I am so excited about them bringing this back because I really fell in love with this skin tint. And yeah, I'm so excited. But this is a foundation out of my collection. And then I also finished the Dior Powder No Powder. This is the star pupil of this moment because this took me well over a year. It's been in Project Pan since last year at some point, trying to just finish it. And I ended up utilizing it as a bronzer because it oxidized on my skin so bad about, I don't know, September-ish last year. It started really turning me orange. So I no longer was using it as a face powder, but started using it as a bronzer, and I really loved it as a bronzer. The one thing that I can say about this product is at one point in time, I remember being able just to go in with a brush and put it all over my face, and it just was like airbrushing my face. I love this powder so much, and I hope that if they come out with it again, that it is reformulated to be just a smidge bit better than this one. I did find that this one got hard pan so easy, and therefore was a little bit aggravating because of that. But wow, such a great powder. So with that said, we had 12 empties that we are putting in for points. So really super excited about that because I did some damage in purchases in March. And I definitely don't want to be in the negative, but I imagine one day I will be. These two don't count for points because I don't have enough brought in through Turn and Burn yet for my Turn and Burn empties to equate to a point. Although I do think that I'm maybe going to rethink that because like this guy took me a full month to go through. So maybe like items like this will be like a half a point. And then items like, you know, 1-time use or 2 or 3-time use can be like 10 of those can equal a point. I don't know. We'll look at that a little more closely as time goes on. I'm actually entering in 12 points for the April update. So I have 12 points to spend because I had 0 left over last month. So first and foremost, let's go through what isn't going to count for me because I bought them with points. And that is these guys here. Now this one I'm holding like this because it's broken and I need to repress it. I bought it while we were in Alaska, and when I got it home, it had broke. So I'm hoping that I can repress it and it'll be all fine and good. These are the Paco Rabanne makeup products. So I did get 3 eyeshadow quads. They're called the Euphoria handbag palettes. And I got 3 different colorways. And then I also got the Euphoria Color Shot, which is a cream eyeshadow. So this color shot is in the shade Lavender Sky, and it is gorgeous. It comes in a little dude like this. Its colorway is this one right here. So kind of a taupey lavender with a little bit of a like a silvery shift to it. That is truly what the color looks like on the skin. I only know because I swatched it, but really super excited about this liquid eyeshadow, to be honest. And I'm hoping, or cream eyeshadow, and I'm hoping it doesn't like crease or anything like that. The eyeshadow palettes that I got, the quads, I got Paradise Lost and Found, which is kind of like a green-ish color story. And I have to open this up to show you the packaging of these guys. They are just so, you guys can see all my fingerprints. They're just so sleek and cute, and I mean really luxe looking, which is good because they were not cheap. But this is the colorway of this one. It is greens, and green is my favorite color. So I'm super excited about that one. This one I got because, I mean, it just looked pretty, but also this color up here, this like kind of periwinkle color, gave me life when I swatched it, which is so weird because it is nothing like super special, but really beautiful. This one is called Feel My Vibe. It's just kind of a brownie, purpley, like normal. That's the only thing I can think of when I look at this. It's like a normal color story. And when I think of me as a, you know, makeup connoisseur. Like I'm kind of like, I like the kind of out there colors, the kind of clown colors. That one's definitely not a clown color palette. The one that I have that is broken is called Unnatural World, and that is the color story of this one. And again, it's got one of those beautiful like periwinkles, but this lavender up here gave me life and is honestly the reason why I went for that lavender sky cream eyeshadow, because I thought it would pair well with this eyeshadow palette. It is just such a pretty eyeshadow palette, to be honest. Really purple and brown, and really beautiful. Those 4 items I did purchase with points while I was in Alaska. Then I purchased some other things as well. So let's start with this. I did open this up and start using it. This is the Ulla Henriksen Pout Preserve Peptide Lip Treatment, and I did get it in the shade Cocoa Cream, which is kind of a brownie tone. The reason why I opened it up and started using it is because I did not want to go to Florida without some kind of like really nice lip treatment for my lips, because last year when we went to Vegas, my lips were tore up when I came back. So it does have a little bit of a like a reddy brown shade to it, really beautiful. I also picked up the Clarins Lip Comfort Oil in the shade 23, which is Passion Pink. And listen, I have used the poop out of this so far. Yes, it's kind of like a wild pink tone, but once you kind of blend it out on your lips, you know, it doesn't really show up that pink. Yes, it gives it a little bit of a pink coloration to your lips, but not a lot. This is so good. This is my first Clarins lip oil that I've ever had, and I don't know why I've ever tried any other lip oil. That is so good. I also had to pick up this while I was in store. This is one of the About Face liquid eyeshadows. This one, however, is one of the glitter ones, and kind of a taupey glittery shade. It's like this color right here, and it looks very, very much like absolutely nothing, but it is just gorgeous. It's just so pretty. I've wanted it for a long time, but could never find it in stores. So I also picked up the Ulla Henriksen Banana Bright Face Primer. My boss purchased this in one of the stores that we were in, and then the next day was raving about how her skin felt utilizing this. And I like his Banana Bright products. I have quite a few from him. So I did end up getting that, and we met Ulla at FLC, which was so fun. I did get a couple of items from Half Magic. I also got the silicone like make your, you know, like thing that you can use to help make your, I can't find it, I don't see it, but to make your eyeliner, your winged eyeliner. But these 2 items, like, I think I'm going to pick up their eyeliner because I tried it at FLC and it was so good. It stayed on my hand for a couple of days, which is crazy. This is their mascara, which I'm not supposed to be purchasing, but this is the Electric Extreme Lengthening Mascara, but this is in the shade Violet Act. So it is purple. Yes, please, a purple mascara. Love it. And this is one of their glitter pills, which is a glitter eye paint and liners. This is the packaging. This is it. It is in the shade Mercoise, so like mermaid / turquoise. It definitely looks like a Mercoise if you ask me. And the one thing that I will say about these is like, you literally can put these on and they will literally go nowhere. And that's how I, as an aging lady, want to wear glitter. I do not want it to go on my eyes and then dust off my eyes all day long or move all over my face, because my eyes are a little bit hooded now, a little bit more hooded than they were when I was, you know, even 30. So I purchased this because it's a beautiful color, number 1, and number 2, because it is truly a glitter that will go nowhere. And then the last thing that I bought from Ulta Beauty would be this. This is a Smashbox Halo Sculpt and Glow Face Palette, which will cost me 2 points. This one is in pink saturation, so it has rose quartz, which is a highlighter from the Becca line, and then Hope Pink, which is a blush, Peachy Scene, which is a blush, and then Designer, which is a contour, it says. But look at how cute this packaging is, like the stars or whatever on here glow as well. And this is what the palette looks like. Now, I by no means think that this is a contour. I think that that's probably a blush for me, but I'm really super excited to have rose quartz in my life again, and really super excited for those blushes. And this is just a little tiny guy, so I think that it will be perfect for travel. And yes, it will cost me 2 points. So will the mascara in there, because mascara is also on my no buy list. So there's that. The things that I purchased at the Sephora sale are going to be these things as far as makeup goes. And yes, I know that you guys can see this right here. So this is a blush that I have been eyeballing for quite some time now. And I know so many of you were like, are you getting that blush this time? And I said, yes. Yes, I am getting it. This is the Giorgio Armani Luminous Silk Blush, and I ended up getting mine in the shade Desire. And first and foremost, I think that this packaging is stunning. It is just a little bit off kilter, a little bit artistic, and I love that about it. Listen, that is such a deep, beautiful blush, but I am here for it. I'm here for every single second of it. So really super excited to try out this blush, and also really super excited that it's finally in my collection, because I think it's been on my loves list for like a year and a half at this point. I also did pick up a Makeup Forever Artist Color Pencil. I've been wanting to try these for years. I have heard about them for decades, it feels like, from Lauren, from Lauren May Beauty. This one is in Wherever Walnut, which I do believe is her favorite shade. I also kind of want to pick up like the caffeine one. I do think that there was something that I couldn't get during the sale because it was out of stock. I will end up picking it up. I do have a Sephora card reward that I will use to pick up that item, and I will probably also pick up another one of those pencils depending on how much I like that pencil. And then I also picked up 2 palettes. So I did end up getting the Patrick Ta Major Dimension Matte Eyeshadow Palette. I don't know, you guys, I have been hemming and hawing over this palette, you know, since it came out. And it was like, I need a matte eyeshadow palette, don't I? So I ended up picking it up. This one, again, Patrick Ta. I love that the packaging is frosted this time around. I also just really, really love his formula for his mattes. It's so good. I also really love his cream eyeshadow formula. So I did go ahead and pick this up. It's all mattes. It's nothing like spectacular. It's just, it's a really pretty basic palette that you all need in your collection, including myself. So I did go ahead and pick up that all matte eyeshadow palette. And when I think through the lens of like some palettes that I have in my collection are definitely palettes that have to be, you know, palettes used with other palettes. So like when I think about my Adept palettes or some of my even Danessa Myricks palettes, like they're all shimmer or duochrome or multi-chromes in those palettes, and they don't have very many mattes. So I definitely needed something like this to accompany those kind of palettes. And I picked up the Danessa Myricks Groundwork Blooming Romance palette because the Groundwork palette was out of stock. Now, do I need the Groundwork palette if I have the Patrick Ta palette? Of course I do. So that is going to be the other item that I pick up at some point. But you guys, I am so stoked about this palette. Like, first and foremost, the packaging is just beautiful. And then all the shades in here are also beautiful. It smells good, and I don't even know why it smells good. Maybe a little bit fruity, who knows? But these are the, y'all know I like pinks and purples and oranges on my eyes, and these are the pinks and purples and oranges of my dreams. I do think it will partner quite well with other palettes in my collection, much like the Patrick Ta one will. This is truly a beautiful, beautiful palette. What I don't quite understand is why the cream side is the larger side and the powder side is the smaller side. I guess I don't really understand that, but this is supposed to be a palette that is good for you for eyes, brows, face, and lips. So it's something that you can use everywhere, and I'm really excited about it. I do still want to get the regular Groundwork palette when it is back in stock. I think it's back in stock now. I asked them to notify me when it was back in stock. Really excited to try out this formula. I really love Danessa Myricks as a brand. Holy. The other two things that I picked up from Sephora are not things that count against me from a makeup and beauty perspective, but I ended up picking up the Floor sampler set that gives you one of everything that they have to offer. So this is their discovery set. You get a sample of each one of their fragrances, and there was just too many of them that I wanted to try. So I did go ahead and get the discovery set because I do think that I will find one in here that I absolutely love. I am excited about it. Now, unfortunately, I don't think either one of these sets is one that, you know, you get a pamphlet or a coupon to utilize to purchase a full size, but that's okay. I will purchase a full size bottle of one of those if I end up liking them. The other one that I got is the Commodity Exploration set. So I have heard Alexandria Ryan talk about this brand's scents for a very, very long time now. She gets them in FabFitFun or Boxy or something often enough that she knows that she loves them. Commodity has a very interesting way of doing their scents in that they have scent spaces that you can count on with your fragrances. So you'll notice the different things up here. It's because this one here is personal scent space. So these are going to be for those who prefer subtle, intimate fragrances, something that you can smell, but not many people can smell it around you. And then this one is expressive. So the expressive collection is considered by many to be the perfect balance for not only longevity, but also scent throw. And then this one here is called Bold. And this one is for those who have no modesty when it comes to having a scent on. And the great news about this exploration scent or discovery set and exploration kit is it has personal, expressive, and bold of all 6 scents that Commodity has right now. My whole thought process with this is that I get to try each one and I get to try each one's scent throw. So I truly get to figure out what it is that I love about each one. I love that it comes with like a discovery book. Like truly, this is the coolest thought process behind scents. I don't think I know of any other brand that thinks about scent throw and then makes different scent throws for each scent that they have. And I am so excited to try this exploration kit. So with that said, those are the things that I bought. Those 2 things will not count against me as far as points do, but these do. Except for the Paco Rabanne stuff, because that I purchased with my points. So I have
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12,
13 points that I have to take out of my bank, which means I'm ending up at -1. Man, I thought I did that so good, and I am so wrong. So I end April with -1 point, so we're going into May with no points. We're going into May with I need to empty a product before I can even think about purchasing something. So, I mean, that's okay, truly. I'm going to feel like I got to purchase a bunch of stuff because the next time I haul anything in on my channel, it's going to be my gratis boxes from FLC, and that is a ton of stuff. So I'll have a lot to play with whether I purchase or no. And I don't really think that there's anything on my list right now that I want to purchase, but I think I say that every single month. So with that said, I hope that you guys enjoyed my makeup rehab. I am negative points for the first time since I started makeup rehab, but I only started with 10 points this year, so I have to give myself a little bit of credit. More credit is due because I really have not went crazy. And I emptied so many products this month. So thank you guys so much for joining me today. I hope that you enjoyed it. Let me know what you think about the products that I hauled in. And let me know what you think about the products that I used up. If you've used any of them up, I would be interested to hear your guys' thoughts. Don't forget to hit me up down in the comment section. I really do enjoy our conversations down there. I hope that you and yours are well. I hope that you are all safe and healthy and getting along as best you can. I hope that you are all enjoying some sunshine because we are in a place where we have much needed sunshine. And I'm going to go soak up some vitamin D. I hope that you also go soak up some vitamin D. I appreciate every single one of you for being here. And until next time, bye, friends.